Welcome everyone. I see everyone coming into our virtual room this morning. I think we can go ahead and get started. Today's BayREN Regional Forum is on the topic of decarbonizing Bay Area homes, homeowner and policymaker perspectives. I'll be the facilitator of our program today. My name is Denise Lynn. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a BayREN representative from the County of San Mateo. And my colleague Susan Wright will also be helping with the Q&A sessions today. Susan, do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hi, welcome everyone from the County of San Mateo Office of Sustainability. I'm the program manager of the Energy and Water team. We're so glad to have you today.
Great, thank you, Susan. Okay, here are some reminders for today. As a reminder, your video camera is not needed and you'll see it's automatically turned off as an attendee. Please use the chat feature to interact with panelists and other participants. And please use the Q&A function or raise hand function. Actually, the Q&A function is preferred to put in your questions. And this ensures that we are able to manage the questions and answer them. And then we'll also break for questions at the end of each panel. So know that there'll be two Q&A sessions where we'll address all of the questions at once. This is a quick reminder of the icons in Zoom. The chat is in the lower left-hand corner, Q&A is on the right, and then the raise hand button is in the middle. Okay, before we get into our program, I wanted to quickly introduce BayREN. BayREN stands for the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, and it is an effective and trusted government organization that delivers climate solutions, focusing on energy, water, and resilience. BayREN has been in operation since 2013, but the local governments and program managers that make up BayREN have been working on energy issues for much longer than that. BayREN builds on local governments' expertise and knowledge and experience in order to deliver services, to fill critical needs, and also to develop innovative solutions. Over the course of its operations, BayREN has implemented programs and services that have delivered those to 20% of the state's population and shown that the regional local government model is viable and an important part of the solution to cutting carbon emissions in the state. Some of the overarching goals of BayREN are building government capacity and supporting local governments and their communities, really focusing on solutions and driving climate action and resiliency, and also promoting economic development by producing jobs and also providing trainings for to improve to promote healthy and safe buildings. Each of the 9 Bay Area counties that is served by BayREN has one or more BayREN representatives locally. So I'd like to introduce us to the BayREN representatives from each of the 9 Bay Area counties. I'll do a quick roll call and then also have each of the BayREN representatives answer a prompt today. The question today is in accordance to our theme today of decarbonizing Bay Area homes. Is there anything that you have done to reduce energy in your home or convert your home to electric? Why or why not? And if you have, it would be great to hear about that experience. And if not, what is something that you are looking into or interested in? Okay, let's go ahead and start with Emily Alvarez from Stop Waste. Do you want to unmute yourself and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Emily Alvarez. I'm a program manager with Stop Waste, who's the Alameda County BayREN rep. I bought my house in Oakland in 2016, and it was a fixer-upper, so we've done some basic energy improvement things. We have all energy efficient appliances, LED light bulbs. We also opted up to 100 renewable 100 EBCE. I did get a home energy score through BayREN, and it was really helpful to understand some of the bigger items that we can do. But in terms of especially electrification, we have looked into getting heat pump space heating, and it's really expensive. And so for now, it is on the table, or it has been tabled, but we'll see. Our 20-year-old gas furnace is going to need to be replaced at some point. But since we don't have an existing cooling load, there's just a lot of complicating factors. So hopefully we'll get it done one day, but not yet.
Thanks, Emily. Let's go to Damian Hardman from Contra Costa County.
Hi, everyone. Damian Hardman, Contra Costa County. I'm the BayREN representative for all things BayREN for Contra Costa County and manage all the BayREN programs. In terms of what I've done in my home is very unique. It's over 150 years old. The part of the home that I live in, which is it's a duplex, is the original part of the house, so we had no insulation. So I did do substantial improvements to the home in terms of insulation. We had none. Energy efficiency, we did a lot of energy, above code on the insulation in the attic, put in a new roof. In terms of electrification, we did get rid of the old wall heaters, gas wall heaters, and now we use an electric heating and air conditioning system. But beyond that, yeah, it's a cost effectiveness issue. And in terms of me getting my gas stove out, that's my next big thing. But we're waiting on that for a little while, at least for a couple more years. And so I think we'll be moving forward with that.
Thank you, Damian. Next, we have Kellen Damon from Marin County.
Hi, I'm Kellen Damon, BayREN rep with Marin County. I'll keep this short, but I live in San Francisco in a flat in a Victorian, which is obviously really old. So since I rent, I've signed up for Ohm Connect. I've also done the Rising Sun Greenhouse Call program. I recently moved into that place at the end of last year, so we needed to change out light bulbs and that sort of thing. And yeah, on my wish list is to get it insulated and air sealed, but obviously I'm a renter, so that would require an investment for the landlord. So I'm not holding my breath, but maybe that's something I can convince them to do down the road.
Thanks, Kellen. Next, we have Deborah Elliott with Napa County.
Hi, as Denise said, I'm Deborah Elliott and I am the BayREN representative for Napa County. For our home, we did, when we bought it in 2015, we did a lot of energy efficiency changes. So we added a lot of insulation, replaced the ductwork and a few other measures, air sealing and things like that. My next change that I would like to make is an induction cooktop. And that would not be actually a gas to electric, that would just be an improvement on our current electric stove. But yeah, that's the next thing we're looking towards.
Thanks, Deborah. We have Barry Hooper with City and County of San Francisco.
Hey, Denise. Good morning. I do live in San Francisco, and we bought about 13 years ago and focused, like others on this panel, on fixing the envelope first and then efficient appliances at the time. And then our water heater failed quite recently. So I'm in the midst of planning and implementing a heat pump water heater upgrade.
Thank you, Barry. We'll skip forward and have Brianne Boyle with Santa Clara County.
Good morning. My name is Brianne. I'm with the County of Santa Clara's Office of Sustainability, and I'm the Codes and Standards rep for Santa Clara County. Like some others, I rent my home, so I haven't been able to make upgrades myself, but my home uses electric cooking and clothes drying equipment already. And then the only source of heat is a wood burning stove, so I've been doing research into how to use that as efficiently as possible.
Great, thank you, Brianne, for sharing. Next, we have J. Paul Harrington with Solano County Economic Development Corporation.
Hi, good morning, everyone. J. Paul Harrington, Solano EDC, and we are the BayREN representative for the County of Solano. I live in Vacaville, and my home was built in 1974. And so for the past 6 years or so, I've been trying to make it as efficient as possible. So our HVAC is as high efficient as we could get it. Everything is electric except for the water heater. And it went out about a year ago, but I had to move really quickly. And so I went with the most efficient gas one that I could find. Going electric at the time, it was just going to be a time issue plus a cost issue. And the math just didn't move in that direction. Outside of that, the other biggest thing I've done in the last year or so was replace our old pool pump with an IntelliFlow or a variable speed pool pump, and that actually made a tremendous difference on our electric bill. So great to meet you all. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, J. Paul. Christine Condon with Sonoma County.
Good morning. I'm Christine Condon. I am an energy and sustainability analyst with the County of Sonoma. And I love this question because I recently did a pretty major upgrade to my 1950s home, which I've lived in for 10 years and been extremely uncomfortable and spent a lot of money on in utility bills. So in November, I decided to solicit bids from BayREN contractors and also solar contractors. Had a solar system installed, sized it so that we could cover future electric loads. And so that was a little tricky, but it was worthwhile. So I used my historic usage. And then I had a natural gas furnace, 1970s, an end-of-life heat pump, an end-of-life gas water heater, and really leaky ducts. I've been an energy consultant for years, and so I tested my duct system. It was leaking over 35%. Real poor indoor air quality, problems with asthma, again, high usage and high bills. So we installed the solar in November, removed the attic insulation, which had been tainted by some rat infestation, got rid of trapped rats, got rid of everything, disinfected, air sealed the whole house, reduced, and this was with a BayREN contractor and with BayREN incentives, reduced the leakage by 30%, installed a new HVAC system, which was a heat pump, a high efficiency heat pump, new ducting. So now I have cooling, which I rarely use, but it's really handy during wildfire events. And just super high efficiency on the heating side because we have heating dominated climate zone up here in Sonoma County. We did a heat pump water heater and wired for future electric induction range and electric charging station. I think that's about all we've done so far, but I look at my solar bill, my utility bill practically every day, and we're pretty much zeroing out except for the remaining small gas loads. So very happy with this investment, big investment, took 10 years to do, but really highly recommended. Indoor air quality is greatly improved and really adds resilience for us. We can stay in our home during smoke events. So really all around great experience and great BayREN experience. And also our local CCA, which Sonoma Clean Power had incentives and still does for other electric equipment. So on the next front will be induction range and heat pump clothes dryer. And then I think I'll be, and an electric vehicle charging station. Then I'll be done with my wish list.
Thank you, Christine. That was wonderful to hear about your experience. Thank you. Lastly, we have Karen Christensen with ABAG MTC. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Karen Christensen. I work at MTC and I lead the Codes and Standards program for BayREN. For our house, fortunately, the previous owners had just replaced the windows, done some air sealing and put insulation in the attic. So those steps were taken care of. And last year we replaced our stove with an induction stove. And then just a few weeks ago, we finally replaced our 70-year-old floor gas furnace with ductless heat pump mini splits. So we did that partly because we knew the gas furnace was going to fail at some point, and it just didn't seem right to replace it with another gas furnace at this point. And also because we wanted to have a little bit of cooling. This last year when we had that very hot weekend with the bad smoke, we had to go to a hotel. And so now we very much enjoyed it during the last batch of smoke that we had like last week. We could close the windows and even be comfortable. So it was wonderful. Next up, we're hoping to do solar. We don't have solar panels yet. So hopefully we're wondering how to phase that with our roof, which is nearing, but not at replacement yet. So we have to figure out which to do first and how to make that work. So that's the next project for us. Thanks.
Thank you, Karen. And we'll talk about kind of sequencing those projects today later in the program. So great intro to that. Thanks everyone for those introductions. I'll provide a few more intro slides and then we'll get right into the program. These are the current programs offered by BayREN. As you can see, there's a variety of audiences that we serve, from residents to property owners, real estate professionals, businesses, and local government staff. Today's forum is provided through the BayREN Codes and Standards program, and there are two broad areas of effort under the Codes and Standards program. The first is improving energy code compliance, and the second is promoting innovative policies that go above and beyond code. The Codes and Standards program provides trainings that are 60 to 90 minutes in length and can be scheduled at a convenient time for staff. And there's a really wide variety of topics, some of which are shown on the screen. Scheduled sessions can be viewed at bayrencodes.org/events, and there are more training topics available that can be scheduled if you don't see any available at this link at the bottom. The Codes and Standards program also provides zero net energy and zero net carbon technical assistance, as well as support on requests for proposal and owner project requirements template language as well. The last tool I want to share from the Codes and Standards program is the e-permit tool, which is a free and easy to use online tool that provides information and energy code requirements for building permit forms for 3 most common home projects, which are the replacement of a hot water heater, roof replacement, and window additions or replacements. Today's presentations will be emailed to you and available online, and don't worry, you'll get these slides after the presentation. All right, and then I just need to share this quick disclaimer, excuse me, that the views expressed today in the presentations are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the position of the Association of Bay Area Governments, the Bay Area Regional Energy Network, or the jurisdictions that BayREN represents. Any questions pertaining to the views and information in the presentations should be directed back to the authors. This is our agenda for today. We just had our intro and we'll jump into a systems mapping project presentation on decarbonizing existing single family homes. We'll have a panel of on the ground experiences at 9:25. We'll have our first Q&A after that at 10:15. In the middle of the program, we'll break at 10:35, and then we'll move into a presentation on equity considerations for jurisdictions in supporting building decarbonization. And then at 11, we'll have our panel number 2, followed by Q&A. The program will close at noon. And these are some of the items that are included in building decarbonization. It's certainly not exhaustive, but this is to show some of the topics that our speakers will be talking about today, from energy efficiency to building electrification to batteries and resilience. All right, from there, we'll go to our first speaker, who is Susan Wright, Sustainability Program Manager at the County of San Mateo Office of Sustainability. Susan will be presenting on a systems mapping project on decarbonizing existing single-family homes.